Hello, welcome to Blissful Minds Soul Healing. My name is Moksha. Today I want to talk about being an empath. I've had a lot of people ask me for these videos, and so today I am out here in Arches National Park in Utah, and I thought this was a beautiful place to film a video. So here we go. Right now, there's a lot of people awakening. There's a lot of people that are coming into their abilities. But there's also a lot of people that have been empaths their whole life and have just stuffed it down because it hasn't been safe to be an empath. And this world does not make it safe for people to feel others' emotions, to hear voices in their head and things like that. So I want to talk about what it means to be an empath. In my view, there's a lot of different viewpoints out there, but in my view, there's three basic types of empaths. There's the empaths that feel other people's emotions. There's empaths that feel other people's physical pains. And there's empaths that can project emotions. And then there's the varying degrees and combinations thereof. So I know for me, I'm able to do all three. And if you've ever watched a movie and you see someone get hurt and you get this twinge, then you probably are that kind of empath as well. But I know growing up, I felt so much. And I always took it on as my own. And I just felt like there was something wrong with me because I'm feeling all these emotions and I just thought it was all mine and there must be something wrong with me. And as a child, I was diagnosed with bipolar. Now, I'm not sure I really agree with that diagnosis anymore. But regardless, I did have some kind of mental illness. And you add the empath to that, and it just piled on top of each other. So I spent so much of my time thinking there was something so wrong with me because I'm feeling so much. But I didn't understand that a lot of what I was feeling was not my own. And I wish I had had someone to teach me these things at that time, but it was the path I was on. So here I am to teach you, anyone that wants to watch this video. The number one thing about being an empath is when you start feeling emotions coming out of nowhere, that there just doesn't seem to be a reason for it. I mean, if something happens to you, obviously there's a reason for the emotions. But let's say you're walking through the store and suddenly you start feeling anxious or you start feeling angry or just some emotion comes on out of nowhere. The most important thing to do is just close your eyes for a moment, take a second and just ask, is this mine or is this someone else's? And that first initial reaction, it has to be that first one. That first reaction you get, the yes, it's yours or it's someone else's, is the one you need to go with. What's going to happen is if you start questioning that and you wait for more reactions, you're like, are you sure? Then you're going to start overthinking it. And when it comes to intuition and your inner self telling you things, you overthink it, you're going to talk yourself out of things. I'm sure you all have experienced that. We all do it. So if you ask, is this mine or someone else's, and you get that it's yours, then identify the emotion, identify, if you can, in that moment, where it came from. And then let it go. Simply let it go. I do not prescribe to the idea that you have to sit there and hold on to it and process it and identify every aspect of it. That's a bunch of garbage, in my opinion. Because what you're doing, if you're holding on to that emotion to process it, you're actually stuffing that down and holding on to it. And you don't need to hold on to the emotion. All you need to hold on to is where it came from. So identify why that emotion is there. What is that emotion there to teach you? What is it showing you? What happened to you? What is wrong in that moment? After you've identified what that emotion is there for, then let it go. Let it wash over you. Release it. Release the energy of it because it's not needed anymore. All that emotion is there for is to show you something. So if it's not yours, then you need to decide, do I need to identify where this is coming from or do I just need to let it go? And once again, you can go within and say, do I need to identify this? Yes, okay. Is it somebody I know? Is it somebody around me? depending on your situation, ask clarifying questions. It's super important to constantly ask clarifying questions. Ask as many questions as you need till you feel that you have everything to move forward. If it is someone, say you're in the store and you're feeling someone's emotions, you're feeling someone's incredibly sad, then see if you can find out who that is, because maybe you're being led to someone that you can help. As an empath, that is an ability that you have ingrained within you to be empathic towards others and feel what they're feeling so that you can help them move through it as well. Now, it's not for us to help everyone and to identify every emotion we're feeling. So if you ask within, is this something I need to address? No. Okay. So then what you do is there's a couple of different things you can do. The number one phrase that's important to know as an empath is, what's mine is mine, what's theirs is theirs. Simply saying that is acknowledging that I have my emotions and that's their emotions and I don't want it. Simply saying that just in your mind or out loud can push that out. If that does not do the trick, then it's all about intention. Have the intention that you do not want to hold this in. And first and foremost, never hold in what is not yours. You can feel it, you can identify it, but never hold it in. You take that in yourself and you're going to cause discontinence in your mind. And your brain is going to rewire self-defense because it's not yours. This is why people slip into depression and they go into states of anxiety because they're holding on to things that aren't theirs, and your body and your spirit, no, this isn't mine, I shouldn't have this, but you're holding on to it for dear life because it's something. So if you don't want it, and just saying what's mine is mine, yours is yours does not work, then you can intentionally shield yourself. And it's all about intention. You don't have to be an energy worker. You don't have to hold energy in your hands to do this. It's all about intention. You can take your hands and bring them up over your body. My wife likes to teach that you do this 3 times. And I want to also say that everything I'm teaching in these videos, I don't expect you to do exactly how I tell you to do it. The intention, and there's certain things I will say are important, but for the most part, you make it your own. You do it how it feels right for you. Okay, this isn't about what works for me. This is about what works for you. So take what I'm teaching you, find a way that makes it work for you. Okay, so I'm going to give you different alternatives for that reason. But the main important thing is that you are putting the intention in that you are shielding yourself from these emotions. Now, you can shield yourself from specific things. You're feeling some anger coming from a person, and you can identify who that person is. I am shielding myself from so-and-so. I do not want his emotions. I am pushing it out, and it will no longer come in. And that shield will stay there as long as it is needed. It will dissipate on its own. If it dissipates too soon, then you can just put it up again. But you don't ever want to put up a shield that blocks out everything unless you absolutely need to. Okay, because that can be something that lasts a little bit longer, and then you might miss something you need to know. So just put up very intentional shields. I am blocking this out, but I'm allowing this in. I'm blocking everyone out for the moment, and you can put a time frame on it. Anything. It's all about intention. What energy you put out is what energy you're going to get in. So that's the gist of shielding. I just going to say it one more time. It's about intention. What intention you put in, okay? And it really is that simple. Now, if you're still struggling, there's one more step you can take, the ultimate step. And I say this is the last step because you don't want to call on this, you don't want to abuse it and call on it more than needed. But we all have spirit guides, we all have our guardian angels. Whether you believe in angels or not, I will say that I believe everyone does have them in some form or another. So if you don't believe in angels, but you believe in the universe, believe that you have some kind of guardians, okay? And if you're just in a state where you're just not really able to shield yourself, you're in a low vibration or something's going on in your life and you're really struggling, then call on your spirit guides, call on your guardians, and ask them to shield you. and they will do it. I have never heard of a single person calling on their guardians that have not had them step forward and help them out. That is what they're there for. So trust in that. You can ask them to shield you. You can ask them to give you the energy to push things out. You can ask them to get rid of entities that are around you. If you're feeling evil entities or anything that's not supposed to be there, you can ask them to protect you from them as well. So that's the number one important thing there, as being an empath, is learning to identify what's yours and what's not, and learning to push things out and shield yourself. I'm going to do another video on cord cutting and energy callbacks, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for joining me. It's been a pleasure working with you, and I look forward to seeing you again.